Vanessa was used to the stares. Some were filled with admiration, others with jealousy, and some with judgment. She walked through the city streets, her long hair flowing behind her, ignoring the whispers. Look at her. She thinks she's better than us. If I had a body like that, I'd get anything I wanted. But they didn't know the truth. At work, it was no different. A group of employees exchanged glances as she passed. She heard them. She only got promoted because of how she looks. Mr. Daniels probably has a soft spot for her. Vanessa fought back the frustration. No one saw the extra hours she worked, the sacrifices she made, the talent she had. But one day the whispers became words, spoken directly to her. Her boss, Mr. Daniels, sat across from her, his voice hesitant. Vanessa, I need to talk to you. People are talking. She tensed. She knew what was coming. Maybe if you dressed more conservatively, they'd take you seriously. Vanessa sat still. She couldn't believe it. So it's my fault? That people judge me? That I work twice as hard just to prove I belong here? Mr. Daniels sighed. It's not fair, I know, but this is the world we live in. Vanessa left the office feeling small. As she walked home, she heard the familiar sounds, the whistles, the comments, the lingering stares. She held her bag tight. Why did her appearance make her a target? She remembered high school, the way boys followed her around, and girls either wanted to be her or hated her. Back then, she thought it would change, that as she grew older, people would see her for her intelligence, her kindness, her strength. But it hadn't changed, and she was tired. Then, she met Daniel. It happened by chance, a simple accident. She bumped into him on the street. You seem like you've had a rough day, he said, smiling as he handed them back. Vanessa hesitated. He wasn't staring at her the way most men did. His eyes weren't focused on her body, but on her. They sat for coffee, and for the first time she felt seen. They talked for hours about books, dreams, life. And for the first time in a long time, Vanessa felt like more than just a pretty face. But happiness never lasts long. At work, the rumors got worse. A jealous coworker, Lisa, spread lies. Vanessa's just using her looks to climb the ladder. Even Daniel is probably just with her because of it. The word spread like wildfire. And then, Daniel asked her something she never expected. They sat across from each other in a cafe, the same place they had laughed and shared stories. But tonight, he looked different. Vanessa, I just need to know, is any of it true? Her heart stopped. He believed them. The one person who saw her, the one person who made her feel safe, had doubted her. That night, Vanessa looked at herself in the mirror. Was this all she was? A body? A distraction? A rumor? Number. She had worked too hard, fought too long. She was more than what people saw. The next morning, she walked into the office, not as the woman they whispered about, but as the woman they couldn't ignore. She stood tall, her presence commanding respect. And when Lisa smirked at her, Vanessa didn't flinch. At the company meeting, she stood up. I've heard the rumors. I know what's been said about me. The room fell silent. But let me tell you something. I didn't get here because of my looks. I got here because I worked for it, because I refused to be put in a box, because talent and dedication should never be overshadowed by appearance. Even Mr. Daniels looked at her with newfound respect. A few days later, Daniel waited outside her office, holding flowers. Regret was written all over his face. I was wrong, he said softly. I should have trusted you. Vanessa smiled, but she didn't take the flowers. She had already moved on. That evening, she stood on a rooftop, the city lights glowing beneath her. The world hadn't changed, but she had. She was more than her looks. She was unstoppable. Never let the world define you by appearances. Your strength, your talent, your heart. That's what truly matters. If you believe in self-worth, confidence, and standing up for yourself, subscribe for more powerful stories.